Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some Skyrim Special Edition. Picking up where we left off, ignoring the dragon in the background, because it attacked me, obviously, before I started. But anyway, we are on our way to Dustman's Cairn to meet up with Farkas so that we can do our trial to become put that cards there, to become a full member of the Companions by retrieving a fragment of the legendary war axe Wuuthrad.
We should keep moving.
Alright. So yeah, now that I'm here, he just automatically becomes a follower. Now, I don't know exactly when it occurs, if it happens once you get here or once you accept the quest, but one way or the other, you will lose any other companion that you have with you at the time. Um, so that
Looks
Farkas
like
can be your
someone's been
companion.
digging here, and recently. Tread lightly. Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor.
Yeah, so see, as you can see, he's not like a full companion, as it, or well, I mean, full companion, because that's what kind of his faction is, but I mean, he's not a full follower, because like we can't access his inventory or anything. You can get pretty much everyone at the companion hall to be a follower. There's a two-handed one. Lockpick there. Thought that looked like a weird piece of metal. Draugr. You know, I would love, and if anybody knows of a game like this, a game that has like places like this, and not necessarily like Nordic tombs, but just like tombs in general, or like buried ruins and whatnot that you can like dig out, but like you as the player are in charge of digging them out. Like, for example, in Minecraft, right? You have the
Be careful around the burial stones. I don't want to haul you back to Jorvaskr on my back.
sure. You have the fuck, what are they called? Yeah? Ooh, a hulking Draugr. These are, I do believe, the strongest Draugr that there is. Um,
Watch it there, brother.
sorry. No, it's not a fortress. What the fuck is it called? Shit, whatever. You have like the underground things. It's where the end portal is, right? And like they're bare. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting stuff. Oops, I actually didn't want that axe. Store. You're wondering about the Dragonbone Warhammers, by the way. Those are leftovers from when I was trying to figure out other stuff. Because like I need to level up my enchanting, and there isn't that many enchantments left that I can actually acquire to level it up, so I'll need to start enchanting stuff specifically to level it up. So I made some Dragonborn Warhammers because they are the most expensive weapon I can make, and then if I put the banish on them, I basically want to see just how expensive of an item I can get, and since banish can make iron daggers worth thousands of gold, I kind of want to see what it does on something that's actually worth something. But anyway, one time when I was playing Minecraft, probably more than one time, but I'm just gonna say one time. My whole purpose was to find one of those, dig it out, and like repair it. And I would love a game where that's the purpose of it, you know. Um, it may not sound like a very interesting game to some people, but I'm a weird person like that. And it doesn't even have to be like underground. I guess there's a house, like it's called like House Flipper or something, but I feel like that one's a bit too loose. If you know what I'm saying about like what you can do in it, you know. Like, obviously, there's going to be certain things that work better than others, but, I mean, overall, it's basically completely up to you what you do. But yeah, like, I like refurbishing buildings in video games. Like, playing 7 Days to Die, I'll go through a town, like, or like I'll find like a town, right? And I'll go through each building and just like fix up the buildings, you know, like any like holes in the walls, I'll repair them. Broken stairs, you know, I'll look at where the furniture is and like make new stuff and put it in like relatively the same position, you know, obviously with some degree of not necessarily error, but I mean obviously it's post-apocalypse zombies, so I mean like if something doesn't make sense where the ruined version of it shows up, I will look for the spot closest to that where it would make sense, you know, and stuff like that. And like I said, that house flipper game, that might be as close as I could come to it, but anyway, this here I imagine is why they don't let you take any other followers on this quest, because obviously if you have other followers, you can target them and tell them to do stuff, whereas with Farkas, he's like a unique kind of follower right now where he takes the follower slot but isn't actually a full-fledged follower, you know. Now with amazing follower tweaks that allows for multiple followers, I might be able to take one in here, but I don't know. But either way, it would kind of wreck it if I did it, because the whole point of you not being able to take anyone else is once you activate this, it closes that. And as far as I'm aware, there's no way to fix it, you know, or like to get out.
What you gotten yourself into? No worries, just sit tight. I'll find the release. What was that?
It's time to die, dog. We knew you'd be coming here. Your mistake, companion.
Which one is that?
It doesn't matter. He wears that armor, he dies.
I'm not wearing companion armor though.
An excellent story.
None of you will be alive to tell it.
What? He's a werewolf? You also can't do anything during this. Like, you can't pull out your weapons, you can't use your shouts, magic, anything. Because they don't want you doing something through the door to ruin it. So anyway, this is the Silver Hand. They are werewolf hunters, so as you can imagine, don't like the fact that, as you may have guessed, quite a few of the companions are in fact werewolves. I am going to take one of each of your swords.
I didn't scare you.
What was that?
It's a blessing given to some of us. We can be like wild beasts, fearsome.
You're going to make me a werewolf?
Oh no, only the Circle have the beast blood. Prove your honor to be a companion. Eyes on the prey, not the horizon. We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
So yeah. Oh, okay. Restore stamina, nice. But yeah, most of them will carry silver swords or great swords. Unfortunately, there isn't like a silver axe. I would 100% use that. But as you can see, Skyforged Steel Great Sword. I feel like that...
We should keep moving.
Because that should be Farkas's weapon. The Skyforged Steel Great Sword. I'll take it. But I'm pretty sure that when you transform into a werewolf, the game accidentally dropped that instead of just unequipping it for some reason, which is, I've never seen that happen before. Either that or else one of the Silver Hand happened to have it, but that seems even less likely because the whole point of the Skyforged Steel is that only the companions use it. That did have a silver sword on him as well. Maybe I will switch to a silver sword. I don't know. Long feathers. Bone meal. Oh, I don't know why I'm still healing. I think I have a feeling that I was healing for significantly longer than I had to. Then there's an Imperial helmet sitting on that for some reason, which is a weird thing to be down here, considering that well, I guess I don't know when this place, when people were interred, whatever, in this place. Don't know if that was him. Alright. But yeah, I've actually been getting an itch to play, like, not necessarily Minecraft, but a survival crafting game lately, specifically for the reason that, like, I want to, like, build up a place, you know? Like, I will spend an inordinate, which might be actually why I've been thinking about restarting Fallout 4, because, like, if you watched my build-in chat, the first one that I did out of, like, 2, it was in Fallout 4.
Is someone there?
And it was using the, and, like, I spent the whole time in Sanctuary, which doesn't mean a whole lot, obviously, by itself. Well, that's cool. But if you did watch that, at one point I did run around and, like, look at everything that I had been doing. And, like, that's where I spend, like I said, a huge amount of time in Fallout 4 is in the settlements building stuff. I'm stuck a little bit. That's right, get fired, boy. Oh. Dented iron shield. Interesting. Oh, I think when I used my fire breath, it went through that coffin and hit the hulking Draugr. I don't think he was supposed to pop out at that point. But because he took damage, it automatically activated him. Oh, I guess I can... Oh, that would explain why I didn't really seem to notice that there was an archer up here. I thought that there was, like, I thought I had seen him, but then, like, nothing was happening. So I was like, oh, well, maybe not. No, there was. Secrets revealed. There's a full chain there. That reveals a worthless chest. How worthless it is, pretty sure that depends on your level. And since I'm still not even level 30, I don't think. You know, it's pretty worthless. Although that seemed oddly worthless, but I guess when it's random loot, you can just get bad luck and just get basically, well, nothing, like I did. But anyway, the weird thing is, and actually we'll look at it there, right? You get the silver sword and the silver great sword. As you can see, there are no modifiers for it. Also, the great sword does 1 more damage. There are no modifiers on it to do extra damage versus werewolves, and I don't think that they do actually do extra damage versus werewolves. I'm pretty sure that the whole point of just the silver sword is because of the classic, you know, silver to defeat werewolves, right? Which makes sense, because there isn't enough, in my opinion, anyway, there isn't enough lycanthrope creatures, like werewolves. There's some werebears in the DLC, I do believe. I think that's it. But there isn't enough to really make it worth it, you know? For them to bother programming in that it actually does extra damage. Ooh, a master lock chest, eh? Well, this might be a while. Lockpick can go up, though. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I would have preferred it to be there, or, like, because, like, I don't really care whether or not we get, like, a few extra points of damage versus lycanthropes, right? And yes, lycanthropes does encompass more than just werewolves. I realize most of the time they use lycanthrope and werewolf interchangeably, and while every werewolf is a lycanthrope, not every lycanthrope is a werewolf. Technically, if you turn into a rat man. And I say turn into because the whole point of lycanthrope is that you are human and change into, at least in some way, into an animal form. Like it doesn't have to be like Farkas there, where he transforms into like a big kind of wolf, you know, like your standard werewolf, big towering. It can also be somebody who transforms like into an actual wolf. Fortify archery. I think I actually do need that one. They are also technically a lycanthrope if they transform fully into a wolf. Although ones that transform fully into animals generally do it not because of lycanthroping. In most things, it's like shamans or something that use like a spell or whatever, right? In which case they're not technically lycanthropes. They just have the ability to do that because of magic, you know, which is different. Okay, there's a lot of coffins here that aren't popping open, which is honestly a little surprising. Minor healing, minor magicka, minor healing, glass sword. Some gold, another potion. Huh, okay. But yeah. So like, just FYI, not all lycanthropes are werewolves. Who has detected me? And meal. I don't know why I searched that. I read that it was empty and then hit the A button. So like I said, I've been thinking of replaying Fallout 4, or restarting Fallout 4, but at the same time, right, I probably should just finish getting all the achievements, do like I did with Skyrim here, right? Finish getting all the achievements so that when I replay it, I can replay it with mods and not worry about achievements. But there's the achievements in Skyrim aren't horrible. Like, it's a good list of achievements, right? Same with Fallout 4. It's a good list of achievements. But the ones in Fallout 4 require so much more collection. Like, you need to collect every bobblehead. I think you might need to collect every skill book, but I don't know if that's... But that might be you need to collect every, like, skill book within the DLCs, like not in the main game, but like the DLCs have collect all of their particular skill book, you know.
Time to end this little game.
Ooh, that did a lot of damage.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
Okay. No, I wasn't. I was not expecting to go into a fucking kill animation during that. No, shockingly enough. Oh my god, I'll cut to when I'm back because this has fully restarted this whole fucking dungeon.
Looks like something.
Alright, and back to it. We can see the prick who fucking annihilated us last time, so let's see if we can get a stealth attack on them.
Ha! Found you!
Go, annihilated him that time. Also, the Draugr here don't seem too interested in waking up. I don't know if I got the same amount of skill ups as I did last time. I know, or the same loot, obviously. So I mean, I might have slightly different stuff, but it shouldn't be different enough to make like a huge difference. Like probably sneak is the same. because I'm pretty sure I did just as much sneaking as I did last time. I know that worthless chest that we found in the secret room is still worthless. So yeah, I don't know. There was, what was it? There was something. Fuck, what was it now? There was something that I did get. Though. Oh yeah, I still got my archery helmet, so that's nice because, like I said, I think that's one of the few enchantments that I'm missing. Oh, my Atronach ran out again. So it's good that I got that again. I was slightly disappointed when I realized that we had lost it, but then the game was like, you know what? You can have it back. That was good. It also took me 11 minutes to do that. So we didn't lose too much time, or I didn't lose too much time. You guys lost 0 time. Oops. Oh, come on, just... There we go. Okay. Oh, and you know what, actually?
We should keep moving.
So who are the Silverhand?
Bad people who don't like werewolves. So they don't like us either.
So the companions are werewolves?
Not everyone, but all the Circle are. It's a secret to everybody.
Obviously not a very well kept one. If you're just like, yeah, everyone is. I mean, not everyone whatever. Not everyone is, would have been a good enough one to keep it at least somewhat secret. Probably not going to be sneaking up on things in here.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you should have heard that.
Time
Burn,
to end
bitches.
this game.
Oof, that seemed rough. I also like how some of these Silverhand people are just carrying around a chunk of silver. Like, if I lose my sword, I will beat them to death with this. Okay. I mean, at least some of them are coming, like, armored up for this. Although I see that my Atronach is not doing very much damage. But I guess without the perks that increase their power, they really don't, do they? Should probably start using my destruction magic again so that I can keep leveling it up, because that's useful for enchantments later. Thankfully, I don't think it makes a difference if you level it up before or after you do the enchantments, because if you get the perks in the destruction tree, like these, fire spells do more damage. These don't matter, I don't think. But frost spells and shock spells do more damage. If you get those, that does increase the damage. Well, it is wearing rings, but apparently I can't take those. That does increase the damage that...
Die, damn you! Watch it there, brother.
Sorry. Yeah? Oh, Farkas, why?
Watch it there,
Farkas, why? Oh, I see. Well, stop fucking... Look, I'm the one standing there. Just a regular Nordic bow. That must be a new thing. Looks cool, though. I'll take it. I'm the one standing there casting fucking magic, and you're the one who's running in front of the magic spell. I mean, it's a stream of fire. It's not like you have to question where it's going or what I'm doing. Which is why, generally, whenever I use a companion, I give them bow and arrows. I do not give them swords. Unless I'm a bow and arrow character, in which case I will give them swords, because I generally go stealthy. Alright, Dustman's Crypt it is. Flames going again.
Never should have come here.
Dude! I'll have your head.
Wow, okay. That fire shout did a lot. Did the silver hand in this area suddenly become weaker or something? Because yeah, she got fucking annihilated by that shout. Sneak increase to 40. Hey, I leveled up. Cool. I shall do that as soon as I need to heal. Okay, now they should fight the Draugr, so I'll actually let them do that.
I fought for
So this should do quite a bit of damage. Wow, Flame Atronach already defeated.
Dude! Victory is yours. I submit.
Oof, oof, oof.
I fought.
Okay, gonna just level up here. Some Magicka up. And that one, no. I'll just save the perk until I got more time to look over it. And he killed me. He took my head clean off. I still had quite a bit of health left, did I not? Is that just me, or? Because I feel like I had quite a bit of health left.
Is someone there?
Yeah, I am. Okay. Well, it seems like the Silverhand are fighting a bunch of Draugr down there,
Guess I was just hearing things.
but they didn't hear our battle this time. Are they talking to? Maybe they heard Farkas. I don't remember if. Maybe. Either way, they'll probably come through here and activate the Draugr. Now, granted, with the amount of damage that they're doing, I have a feeling that they will annihilate the said Draugr. I shall wait right here.
While you can.
And of course, the one that does the most damage. Is it? No, but I seem to be... Yeah? Okay, time to run. Because that's a lot of damage coming my way since Farkas died, and I died immediately.
You better be careful.
Because apparently they loaded through that door before I did. Which seems like nonsense to me, but, you know, whatever.
You won't get the best of me.
While you can.
Yeah, this one guy is fucking annihilating. Oh, this is good. But yeah, he's like fucking annihilating us.
We're routed.
There we go. That guy dead, I feel like we can do it. But Jesus Christ, some of these guys. I really need to get my enchanting up so that I can get this armor up to snuff, because currently it's not good.
Now you'll pay.
Will I? You have a dagger.
That your best?
Still probably going to do more damage than me. Hey Farkas, deciding to come up and be useful? Because so far, you're not. Because let me tell you, I have been getting the shit kicked out of me. So have you. Silver hand. Now I think some of these were here before, but some of them are obviously going to be ones that I flame down. But yeah, fucking Christ. Definitely need to get my armor up. See, this is the negative of like leveling your smithing to 100 right off the bat. Like I did, because like, while obviously useful, you also have the downside of leveling up without increasing your damage or survivability, which, as you see, does lead to some instances where the enemies will just absolutely destroy you. But I mean, like, look at, like, they tore through everything, these Silverhand guys. So I don't know how strong they're supposed to be normally, but they definitely feel stronger. That's for fucking sure. Now, granted, I am wearing light armor, but it is still dragon armor, dragon scale. So I feel like I shouldn't be dying that quickly. I do have some levels in my light armor skill, like that just increases how, or decreases how much damage I take. Whatever, it increases the armor rating of it. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like I probably shouldn't be taking nearly as much damage. Because, like, for mages, right, that makes sense. I don't have, like, besides my now 15% resist magic, I don't have anything else that has me taking less damage from magic, right? So that makes sense when a mage comes in and just annihilates me. Maybe not quite as much sense as that last one that seemed to be doing something different, considering, like, all the spells that I saw didn't do very much damage, but then all of a sudden I was just almost dead for some reason. So I mean, that might not make much sense, but overall, having a mage kill me is like, yeah, that's fair, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So I will definitely have to try and get my smithing up. I feel like there's going to be a lot of iron daggers in my future. But yeah. It's rough, as it turns out, when you level yourself wrong. Now, I say wrong, but I mean... But now here's the thing, right? In Skyrim, I know why I'm taking so much damage. It's because of the stuff I leveled, right? Like, I haven't focused on my warrior abilities. I haven't focused on my mage abilities or anything. So, like, all of my stuff is only alright for the level I'm at, right? Like, I don't have anything, like, amazing for the level I'm at. Which is why I keep getting my ass handed to me. Now, in Oblivion, because of the way they did the leveling there, right? The enemies, like in this here, the enemies have a cap. Like, they won't go past a certain level. There will be an upper limit to the amount of damage they'll do, right? In Oblivion, they didn't have that. So, like, in Oblivion, I had a character that had maxed out so many different skills in that, right? Oh, nice! I got a key. And I had to stop playing with that character because I couldn't do anything. Like, I'd walk out of, what's the one town's name, Anvil or something. Like, I'd walk out of Anvil, go like 5 feet, find a bandit who would then run up to me and kill me in one shot. Even though I did have, I think I had the best armor, or at least close to the best armor. Um, and I had like a bunch of stuff leveled up, right? But because they level up different than you, like when you level up in Oblivion, right? What you level up is very specific, and like your damage and your damage resistance, or well, more importantly, your damage resistance is based off of your armor, and not based off of some number. I don't think that anything. See, like skeevers are skeevers, right? Like they're never gonna do a whole lot to you unless they fucking are like a million of them. But the way that the enemies in Oblivion leveled up is just as they leveled up, they would get better equipment. Like the bandits I was telling you about, where we're wearing full glass armor. I remember that much. But their damage and their health would just go up as your level went up to try and keep it competitive, right? But like while their health and damage was going up, at some point you would reach the maximum amount of damage that your axe could do, right? Or that your sword could do. Like your melee damage would hit a cap, because you've leveled up that skill to its maximum, right? And unfortunately for you, that didn't hold true for the enemies. So like as soon as like if you focused on, let's say, one-handed in Oblivion, I don't remember what all the different skills were in Oblivion. It has been significantly too long since I played that to care. But like let's say that you leveled up your one-handed, right? And that was like basically the only thing you leveled up. You would fucking annihilate everyone by the time that hit the max, right? But as soon as you started to level up something else, you would then notice that your attacks are doing less damage. And it's not because your one-handed has gotten any worse. It's just that the enemies have become more resistant, while you can't do more damage than you currently are, right? Which is why if, like, there was a thing, I don't remember if it was on Reddit or if it was on Facebook, either way, it was somebody asking about what you would want from an Oblivion, like if you would want an Oblivion remaster, and like my answer to that is always the same, which is yes, but make it Skyrim's leveling system. Because while people don't like how basic Skyrim's leveling system is, leveling up in a video game shouldn't involve nearly as much planning as it did in Oblivion. Because in Oblivion, you didn't level up until you slept. Your stats went up based off of what you leveled up. So like leveling up one-handed would level up your strength stat, leveling up something else would increase whatever else, right? And that's how it worked. But when you started the game, you chose 10 or so specific skills that actually gave you the level up, that actually gave you experience. Anything else that you leveled up would allow your stats to increase, but it wouldn't necessarily give you the level up. And then once you got enough points for the level up from your, I think they were called major skills, you would then have to sleep to level up. Now, if once you hit, and then obviously there was a limit to how many attribute points, I guess you would call them, that you could get for your strength and whatnot per level up. So like if you leveled up, let's say you're one-handed too much before, and it wasn't one of your major skills, you would then lose any attribute points that you would have gotten from it, because you had already hit your limit of how many attribute points you could have, right? So like I remember trying to level up in there, and it being like I had like a list, and it's like, okay, as soon as this it's like I need to level up this to this so that I can get this skill point, right? And then by the time, and then once I do that, then I'll definitely need to level up this skill because it's my major one that'll give me the level up and the remaining attribute points I need, and then I'll have to go to sleep before I do anything else, right? Which is annoying when you have like armor skills that level up when you get hit, or especially I don't remember what it was called, but it was I think athletics, I think it was called, and it leveled up just from you walking around and running around. And obviously you had very little control over that because you had to obviously run around and move around, right? Like you weren't going to not be moving at any point, right? So that one was like insanely hard to not accidentally get levels for, right? God, this looks like it's about to be a real shit show. But this should give us a new word, I do believe. Right. So yeah, that gave us Inferno for Fire Breath. Oops. Now our Fire Breath even stronger. And there's the fragment of Wuuthrad. Now I wonder, can I wake these guys up early? No. Well, maybe, and that just might not be. Now as soon as I pick that up, these guys are all gonna fucking open up and attack. It is a fuck ton of enemies if I'm not mistaken. Warhammer of Dread, eh? I'll take it. Maybe I shouldn't, because now I'm carrying too much. You know what? I don't really care about those, so I'll just throw one in there. I realize that it's an expensive thing, but okay. Now, I do have other magic, right? I have the runes, I do have frost, and I have a fire rune. Let's do this. I don't know how many runes I can have down at once. But let's put one there. Wait for the magic to come back, because I don't need them all going off at once, so I will need to separate them a little bit. Let's go powers. I already, right, because I accidentally used Highborn earlier at some point. Oh, come on. Good Christ, it takes so much to cast this. And I can only have one at a time. Alright, well that was pointless to wait on. But I guess I'll just, that should deal with, well, to be fair, I say it'll deal with it. I don't know that it'll deal with it. I don't know if 62 damage is really all that great. But I'll wait until I can summon my Atronach. Oh, well, he set it off, which actually activated more of them. Unfortunately, that actually kind of screwed me over a little bit, because it activated more of them than it should. Also, that was only Yol. I didn't even use my, yeah, I didn't even use my pulse fire breath shout there. Well, these guys seem to be doing a lot less than, yeah, these guys are definitely weaker. To be fair, like I said, there is about 1 million of them, so that does make sense that they would do less than other ones. Flame Atronach resisted flame. Well, yeah, I would hope so. She's literally made out of fire. Been having a lot of things running away from me lately. I don't think he's trying to, buddy. Here, you chase him down. I'll get this one. Oh, I think my Atronach might have disappeared. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah? Missed. Oof. Vigorous healing. One-handed weapons do more damage. Get a little bit more health. Go. Now, since I was a hulking one, that should be Oh, I was gonna say that should be it, but I guess not. Well, I still got my potion going. Probably make use of it. Got them all? Good. Aversion to shock, okay. Get poison there, I guess, if I feel like shocking something. Alright, well that went rather well, I think. I mean, it definitely could have went worse. I almost died once, but almost doesn't count. Hands away so I get rid of the fire. A strength 1 carrying capacity. I wonder if you increase your carrying Amulet of Juliana. If you increase your carrying capacity with a potion. What the hell? Did you leave and just come back, Farkas? If you can fast travel while you're overburdened, you know, because like you increase your carrying capacity so that you're temporarily not overburdened. Oh, this guy must have got blown up by the astronaut. You know, then technically you can fast travel, or like technically you're not overburdened at that point. But obviously fast travel, you probably wouldn't make it there before the potion wore off, but whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Back to Dustman's Cairn. Not a whole lot of interesting items in this place either. You have the skill book at the beginning and the word wall, and then the quest item, that's it. Also, as you can imagine, this is always this quest. Like, that one there isn't even a slightly bit radiant. But with that, we'll probably end it. Well, obviously we'll go back, but... I think Dragon's Reach is closer than the front door. Oh. Well, actually, since I don't think there's an enchanting table in the in your Vasker, do you want to go this way first and see? Because, like I said, I think Fortify Archery is one that I'm missing. Hoping so. It is not. Alright, well. Maybe it's Fortify Alchemy then. I could have swore that I was missing a Fortify, or maybe it's Fortify Alteration? I don't know. Oh, nothing. Nope, there was no Fortify A that I was missing. Fortify Barter. Sure, but I don't even know if you can get that as an enchantment on armor. Good old insult contest there. Also got me. I was so distracted reading the kids' insults that I forgot to.
We've been awaiting your return.
Why were you waiting for me?
Come, follow me.
Okie dokie. Yeah. See, and then for some reason, when they put the doors into this building, they seem to. Oh, never mind. We're actually just going to the back. I thought they were going into the back door.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This man has endured, has challenged, and has shown his valor. Who will speak for him?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in his defense?
I would stand at his back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in his honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of his foes.
And would you raise a mug in his name?
I would lead the song of triumph as our mead hall reveled in his stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. His heart beats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so.
All right.
Well, boy, you're one of us now. I trust you won't disappoint.
So yeah, now we have to do, I think, 1 or 2 more side quests, or radiant quests for them before we unlock the next one. So we'll do that next part. I don't remember if any of the other people have just like, if like Nadia, Naj, whatever, however the fuck you pronounce her name, has any like any of them have any other like side quests and shit for you either. I don't remember, but anyway, that'll be it for this part. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.